The MMORPG market these days is full of nostalgia-based hits such as WoW Classic and Burning Crusade, Everquest time-lock progression servers, and even a return to old-school RuneScape. However, in my searching through the dark corners of the internet, I have uncovered a game that is currently being developed to scratch that nostalgic itch. Today, we're taking a closer look at all of the info available for Monsters and Memories. When visiting monstersandmemories.com, we're greeted with a short message that reads, Monsters and Memories started as a discussion between MMO fans during a series of live streams about what it would be like to create a niche, smaller budget / indie game in the style of a classic fantasy MMO, but utilizing modern day tools and development practices. Our belief is that by focusing on a very specific audience and core tenets and feature set, a modest but compelling MMORPG can be developed without spending tens of millions of dollars and do well enough to maintain an ongoing live service. The project was initially branded as Project N, but an early July reveal saw the project renamed to Monsters and Memories. In looking at some of the early logo designs for the project, we're met with some serious classic D&D vibes, which further accentuates the overall tone of a classic game. So just who is behind the creation of this project? Enter Niche Worlds Cult. This is a newly established company who's being led by creative director and co-founder Shawn Lord. Now, Shawn has worked with such companies as Sony Online Entertainment, where he was lead game designer for several Everquest expansions, and he had also served as lead content designer and supervisor with DC Universe Online. It seems like if anyone could bring to life a modernized classic MMO game, Shawn would definitely be the one to do it. In reviewing the site further, it seems like the team who is developing the project has a clear mission statement, which is to create a game that is focused on being social with systems and concepts that extend back to the classic era of MMOs that we know and love. The communication is very straightforward in stating that the game is intended to be niche and specifically targets the classic MMORPG players on PC. The released images of game aesthetics also showcase the low-poly, hand-painted look, which is a familiar sight for classic MMO players. It's also important to note that the game is in the proof of concept stage, which isn't full production. During this stage, everything is very much experimental, and we see a lot of concepts, prototyping, and validations before the project moves into the full production cycle. It very much seems like Niche Worlds Cult is taking their time to really flesh things out and place their unique spin on the world. They don't aim to reinvent the wheel of fantasy MMORPGs, but rather create a world of their own with familiar concepts. The project is being developed using the Unity engine, and there are even some interesting screenshots showcasing the ongoing development of the project. So let's take a moment just to scroll through some of these project screenshots. In closing, I was definitely very intrigued to learn about this MMO project. As a fan and player of classic era games, I fully support creativity in this space and would love to see this project succeed. Now, I will be watching the ongoing development and be eagerly awaiting further updates. You can also follow the newest updates by visiting www.monstersandmemories.com, and you can also catch Shawn playing classic MMOs and talking about the game on his Twitch and YouTube channels, where his username is A Loving Robot. So let's talk about Monsters and Memories in the comments below. Are you playing any classic era games at the moment? I'd love to talk about it. I'm Relms, and thanks for watching.